Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I thought for February's video we would do the beginning of the year book tag that Larry created. So I have all of the questions ready on my iPad and I thought we would go through them. I thought it would be a little bit different from all of the hauls and book recommendation videos I've been doing recently. So I'm quite excited for this one. So jumping straight in, the first question is, how many books are you planning to read in 2026? And I've had the same goal for the last couple of years because it's worked for me. So my goal is 55 books. I typically tend to read 60 to 65, but I don't like to be pushed. So if I put it at 55 and something happens during the year and I can't read as much as I have in previous years, I know that I'll be able to reach the 55 goal. I used to have a goal of 30, then I upped it to 40, upped it to 50, and each year I was going up by 10, but the last couple of years I've done 55 just because I think that's a comfortable amount for me. It lets me read a bunch of books. I don't feel stressed about a reading goal, and I think that's the most important thing because reading is supposed to be fun. I'm not reading to meet a goal, I'm reading to find great books. So 55 just works for me. Question number 2 is a book that you're likely to reread this year, and I don't really reread books. It's just not something that I really do. If I want to go and reread a book, I'll kind of just grab it and look back at my tabs, find a specific scene, like Caught Up by Liz Fordy. The amount of times I go back and read some of the scenes between Miller, Kai, and Max. I do it so often, but I don't think I'm going to really reread any full books this year, besides potentially Bride and Nightshade, because I want to read Mate, so I don't really remember much of what happened in Bride, and the second book is going to be coming out after Nightshade, and it kind of was left on a cliffhanger, so I might just have a little refresher, but I don't know if it'll be a full reread. So question number 3 is a priority read on your 2026 TBR, and I'm cheating a little bit because mine was The Wild Card by Stephanie Archer, but I got an ARC. So I actually read it a couple of weeks ago. It's incredible. If you've not read that series yet, you absolutely need to. But yeah, The Wild Card was for sure my most anticipated read. Number 4 is an author that you won't be reading anymore from in 2026. And mine is Helga Jensen, just because I read a book by her last year that I'd bought in the works when I first started reading, and I just didn't like it. The writing wasn't for me, and I don't think I'll ever pick up another one of her books. There are also just so many authors that I would rather read. I don't tend to do, I'm not going to read that author again. It's more that I prioritise the authors that I do want to read. Question number 5 is cheating a little bit because it is something new you want to read, so new genres or tropes. And I wanted to read a thriller because I went to see The Housemaid and absolutely adored it. So I borrowed it from my sister and I have already read it, did love it. I don't know if I'm going to read any more thrillers, but I did read the whole Housemaid series by Frida McFadden and I really enjoyed it. So maybe if I'm craving something a little bit different, I will pick up another one of her books because my sister has them all. So I can just pop to her room and borrow it like my own little library. Next is a popular book that you want to read, and mine is so easy. It is You and Me on Vacation. I really want to watch the film, but I'm not letting myself watch it until I've read the book. So that one is also on my 2026 TBR, and I'm hoping to get to it soon. I was planning to read it as my first book of the year, but I thought the film was coming out in the cinemas and it didn't. So now that I know it's just on Netflix, I can just watch it whenever I want. So I'm not in a rush to read it, but that is a popular book that I do want to get to this year. So my most anticipated book release of 2026 is In Her Own League by Liz Fordy. It was that or The Wild Card by Stephanie Archer, but I've already read it. So if we're going off right now, In Her Own League, and I am beyond excited to finally get my hands on that book and read Reese and Monty's story. Question 8 is a bookish goal that you have for 2026, and mine is to finally complete my yearly TBR. 2024, I did 24 books, didn't reach it. 25, did 25. I got 15 out of the 25 last year, which I was happy with. But this year, I really would love to get all 26 books ticked off of my TBR. And I also want to meet some new bookish friends in real life in 2026 because I would love to just be able to go and meet up with someone, have a little hot chocolate or something, go for brunch, and chat about books that we've been loving. And I have a couple of girls in my life who are my bookish friends, but I would like some more this year. Question number 9 is a book that has been on your TBR that you probably won't ever read. And right now, that's probably Magnolia Parks. I kind of regret buying them because I paid so much money to get the original covers, the giant books. I spent so much and I feel like the author is just a bit problematic, and right now I'm just really not feeling like reading the series. So that's one that's been on my TBR forever, and I don't see myself picking it up anytime soon. Number 10 is a series that you want to read this year, and I have two. The first one is Throne of Glass. I am really, really trying to read it this year. It's on my 2026 TBR, so I want to get to that. And I also want to get to the Boston Blue series by Molly Goins, which is also on my 2026 TBR. It's a sports romance series. I think it's baseball, and it just sounds so up my street. Question 11 is your auto by authors going into 2026. This one I'm going to read off my iPad because I have made an extensive list. Liz Tomfordy, Ali Hazelwood, Emma Lucy, shout out to Emma, Hannah Grace, Lucy Score, Megan Quinn, Chelsea Curto, Stephanie Archer, and Stephanie Garber, who I have also just pre-ordered a few of her books because I'm so excited. And they are auto by authors for me, so I will buy whatever they release. Number 12 is a book to show adaptation that you're excited for this year, and I have a couple again. So it was The Housemaid, but I've already seen it. People We Meet on Vacation, but I need to read the book first. Sunrise on the Reaping and The Love Hypothesis. I think Sunrise on the Reaping is going to be mine and my sister's film that we're going to go see this year. We typically kind of go every November. That's just when films are released that we want to go see. And the last few years we've done Wicked, Wicked for Good, and this year it's going to be Sunrise on the Reaping. And it's just a nice little thing knowing that we're going to go to the cinema and we have this kind of built-in little sister date ready. So I'm very, very excited to see that one. I haven't read the books though. I don't know whether to or not, but I'm very, very excited for the film regardless. Question 13 is a sequel you're anticipating, and my top one has to be Mistakes Were Made by Lucy Score because I absolutely adored The Story of My Life, and Mistakes Were Made is coming out next month, so I'm very, very excited for that. And the other has to be One Last Rodeo by Emma Lucy. It's going to be the last book in the Willow Ridge series, and I don't know how to feel. I think I'm more sad than I am excited because I don't want this series to be over. This series just means so much to me. It's what connected me with Emma, and she has become one of my best friends since. And it's just such a special series and holds such a special place in my heart that I don't want it to be over, but I'm also very excited to read all of the other books that she's writing currently. Question 14 is bookish things you're leaving in 2025. This one I had a hard time thinking of because I don't think I have any like bad bookish habits, but there is one that stands out to me. I never used to read series back to back because I didn't want them to be over. So I'd maybe read two or three and then not read the last book in the series. So I still haven't finished the Dreamland Billionaires series. I haven't read Twisted Lies. Like, there are so many book series that I've started and not finished. So this year, if I want to read a series back to back, I'm going to do it because I feel like doing that, I remember more little details and I can kind of get the closure of finishing a series. Even if it's one that I don't want to finish because I absolutely adore it, I think that's what I'm going to be leaving in 2025. Question 15 is what to expect from this account. So I think I'm just going to keep doing more monthly chatty videos. I'm hoping to maybe do some more book recommendations. So maybe like my favourite tropes or genres, that kind of thing. So if you have any ideas of what you want to see, please let me know. I'm thinking it's going to be that and also loads of fun shorts. I try to post daily on shorts and on TikTok, so there are so many more to come. I have some fun ideas of different little mini series I want to do, so look out for those. And obviously more hauls to come. They are my favourite thing to film. I absolutely love a book haul, love to watch them, love to film them, so there will definitely be more hauls coming in 2026. Question 16 is how has your reading taste evolved from last year? I think I've kind of widened my genres a little bit. I read some thrillers in January and really enjoyed them. And last year, I got so into sports romances. Like, I'd always enjoyed a kind of hockey romance or something, but last year I went in on the sports romances. It would not surprise me if half of my books that I read last year were sports romances. So I think I'm going to keep that going this year. I don't know what it is, but I just absolutely love the sports romance aspect. I don't know if it's because I found new authors that I really love, like Chelsea Curto. I love Stephanie Archer and Liz Tomfordy, but I don't know if it's just because I was reading their series last year or if I really was enjoying the sports romance. I don't know, but I went in on sports romances and I can already tell I'm going to be doing it again. I think that there are at least 5 to 6 on my 26 books of 2026 TBR. I love a sports romance. I know I'm going to read the Boston Blue series this year. I've already read Sin Bin and The Wild Card. What other ones are there on my TBR? In Her Own League, that's on there. So I know that I'm going to keep that going this year, and I'm actually having the best time. I think last year was my favourite reading year ever. I just read so many incredible books that I really loved and got to just jump into these series. And I did read a couple back to back, and I think that's where the enjoyment came from, because I was really getting to see all of the characters throughout and like the found family aspect and things. I think that's what I love about a sports romance. The team is like a family, and I just love the found family aspect and when everyone gets their own book. So, sports romances for the win in 2026. 17 is booktube creators who inspire you. I have put down a couple because I don't really watch YouTube that much. I tend to watch shorts and things, but I don't tend to watch long form content, except a few different creators. Rachel Catherine, I've been following her for years. I've been watching her videos since before I even started creating mine, and they're just so cozy and I love them. So she is number one. Ellen Catherine, I absolutely adore her Nails Pick My Books videos. I just think they're so fun and creative, and that is how I originally saw the cover for Power Play by Chelsea Curto, which then made me think, oh, that's a pretty cover, like I want the book. So I went and then found that it was a series, absolutely adored the series, and it's all because I watched her Nails Pick My Books video, and I just love that, and I owe her one of my favourite series is just for that video. And the last question, number 18, is something you want to say to anyone wanting to start a bookish account. Just do it. Literally just do it. It's going to feel weird at first. Everything feels weird at first when you start something new. But I tell you what, the community that you get and the friends that you make is so worth it being a little bit weird. I still feel a bit weird, like, what if people in my life find my videos? But do you know what? I got over it pretty quickly. If I didn't post, I wouldn't get books from publishers. I wouldn't have met some of my friends, and I just think it's brought so much into my life that I'm so glad I did it, and I'm so glad that I continue to do it. So just do it. Just post the video. Even if you make an account and you don't post anything for a while, just make the account. Once you've made the account, it's going to be literally just sitting there, and it's going to be so easy for you to just be like, oh, well, I've already made it. I might as well post something. So just do it. So those were all of my answers to the beginning of the year book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're not already. And I will see you in March's video.